Out and About is made possible in part by Mountain Shepherd Adventure School in Craig County, Virginia. Mountain Shepherd believes that every person can learn to appreciate and navigate the outdoors with confidence. More information at mountainshepherd.com.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Out and About. I'm your host, Tom Landon. Today we are traveling to the Shenandoah Valley to go underground at Grand Caverns, which is America's oldest operating show cave, having begun in 1806. Grand Caverns is unique because it is owned and operated by the town of Grottoes, which means the community is responsible for maintaining it, promoting it, and also protecting it. The caverns are located inside a large park with picnic shelters and the South River flowing through it. There's even a miniature golf course and a municipal pool on the property, so take some time to look around before you tour the cavern. Like any good tourist destination, this one also has a gift shop, so take a few minutes to browse before you head underground. A couple things to keep in mind as you get ready to enter the caverns. First of all, it is a constant 55 degrees down there, so you probably want to have a sweatshirt. It's great on a hot day. It's about a mile of walking once you get in the cave, so be prepared for that, and I'd wear some good shoes. The access to the cave is inside a building, where you can also learn the history of the caverns, from the early days when tours were led by candlelight, to modern discoveries of hidden caverns accessible only with caving gear. Keep in mind that there are no restrooms available once you start the tour. Tours are led by trained guides, so come prepared to learn a little history, geography, and folklore on the tour. The lighting, which remains off when people aren't in the cave, provides dramatic views of the formations underground. I don't know much about caverns or caves, but I do remember my middle school science teacher telling us that stalactites hang tight to the ceiling and stalagmites grow mighty from the ground. These limestone walls and ceilings formed about 500 million years ago in the Cambrian period in a shallow ocean. It's part of the Concocheque Formation that runs all the way to Pennsylvania. One of the many interesting features here are a large collection of rock formations called cave shields, also sometimes informally called cave bacon, which forms when a thin stream of water dribbles down the edge and slowly leaves deposits over a very long time. There are a lot of steps here, so just be prepared for that, but these steps are much preferable to the old way that people used for getting around the caverns, which is a very rickety looking metal ladder. It's interesting to me that the steps and handrails and things that are here, while they don't make it ADA compliant and it's not accessible by a wheelchair, they do make it a lot easier to look around. And ironically, those changes to the cave floor could not be done today because of the environmental destruction. So even though the cave was damaged by people here in the years before they knew what they were doing environmentally, it is their determination to make this a showplace that makes it possible for us to enjoy it today. For me, the highlight of the tour is entering Cathedral Hall, home to a formation named for the most famous Virginian of all.
Beside me here is a pretty special stalagmite called the Ghost of George Washington. And he is called that because the tourists back then believed that this here resembled a portrait of him. Yeah, don't really see it either. I think there's just a candlelight. But you can see George here looks pretty waxy, right? Why do you think he looks so waxy? Any guesses? What are we not doing?
People been touching it.
Exactly, people touched him. So as they passed by him, they believed it was good luck to touch George. This is now their skin cells and body oils that have stunted his growth. He is now in dead formation.
One of the reasons I wanted to come to the caverns this time is that I'd been there before for a musical event called Subterranean Sound, which features Virginia musicians performing in a nearly acoustically perfect environment for small crowds. Full disclosure, my kid is in a national touring band called Palmyra, and their show in Cathedral Hall remains one of my favorite shows of all time.
I tried, pacing around the drive, forceful meditation.
You can learn more about the series, which sells out quickly due to a limit of 75 tickets per show, by visiting the Caverns website. For the more adventurous among us, the Caverns also feature more extreme activities, including spelunking tours into unlit parts of this cavern and nearby Fountain Cave, where you can travel deeper underground with qualified guides to see part of the cave network rarely seen by human eyes. These places are much more pristine and unspoiled, and are only accessible by getting down on your hands and knees and shimmying through crevices. So if you find yourself out exploring the Shenandoah Valley between Lexington and Harrisonburg, you can do a lot worse than visiting Grand Caverns with your family. Between the natural beauty of the caverns and the fantastic tour guides, you'll learn something, and you'll get to experience natural air conditioning at its finest. And I'll see you out and about.